Rise and shine, bullish time. Evolution of money is here. Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Bullish Network. Huge shout out to XRP Bags and Infinite Growth on that video intro. Also, guys, Bearable Guy has showed us this circle long ago. BIS and New York Fed announced their intention to form strategic partnership. Bank of International Settlements, and so it begins. Bank of International Settlements. Bearable Guy pointed this out with the BIS, and Bearable Guy pointed out the Federal Reserve runs on Ripple, and Fed Reserve Task Force chooses Ripple. And like I said, guys, BIS and New York Fed announced their intention to form strategic partnership. This is a very big deal, guys. It ties back to the standard, and I will show you guys how. I am not a financial advisor. I'm documenting my journey on the digital decade. If you guys can smash some thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so you will be notified when we release a video. Ripple hires top Amazon executive. This powerhouse team continues to grow daily. Shout out to you today and Alex. Ripple has welcomed a new executive who will be at the helm of its team of engineers. Now, Amazon's Varari has joined Ripple as Senior Vice President, SVP of Engineering. He will replace Christopher Cannon, a longtime employee of the blockchain Decorn. Ripple CEO commented that he was thrilled to welcome the new member of the company all-star engineering team. That is a pretty big deal right there, guys. Enabling the Internet of Value. Prior to being hired by Ripple, Varari had served as Amazon Vice President of Delivery Experience from October 2017 to December 2020. He says, I was a leading engineer team at Amazon for 15 years. I witnessed firsthand customer-focused innovation at scale. And that's what we're doing with the standard. The team continues to grow. PayPal becomes first third-party payment platform with 100% foreign ownership in little c. This is a big deal, guys. PayPal has went live with digital currencies, and now they are 100% ownership of a company in China. Now, U.S. digital money transfer platform PayPal has become the first third-party payment platform with 100% foreign ownership in little c, following its purchase of additional shares of the domestic payment in firm GoPay. So GoPay jumped out at me, guys, and I remember this right here. Multi-alliance of industry leaders, including GoPay and Ripple. Industry leaders launched Pay ID. So GoPay and Ripple right there is involved in the same initiative for a cashless society, easier to pay with crypto names. That's a whole nother video. But if you guys go down here right here, NASDAQ listed company in the world's leading third party payment platform, PayPal, covers more than 200 countries in the region around the world with more than 286 million active payment account and supports more than 100 currency transactions worldwide. So this is a very big deal. Now, if you go down here, guys, in June last year, American Express, which runs on Ripple, American Express is a Ripple partner, announced that its little c China-based joint venture Express company have received approval from PBC for a network clearing license, becoming the first foreign payment network to be licensed to clear transactions in the little c currency, the yuan. So this is a big deal, guys. American Express becomes the first company to move money in little c, and it also runs on Ripple. I'm not sure if that's much of a coincidence. Now, as we move on, guys, this is the big article for today. I want to give a shout out to my brother Bullish Chris, who actually shared this article, and he shared the live stream we did, guys. We do daily live streams. I will link that channel in the description if you guys aren't familiar with XRP After Dark. Now, Bank of International Settlements. So it begins. The BIS Innovation Hub has signed an MOU with the New York Fed, confirming the announcement of a strategic partnership to further the development of fintech initiatives for the global financial system. So it begins. Like Bearable Guy showed us, guys. So the Fed, which this is the picture of the Fed, which we put together a few years ago. Also, XRP and BTC are competing to be the top currency, and of course, it's going to be paired with USD. But who will reign supreme? The Bearable Guy did show the Fed picture because of the relationship with the Federal Reserve. Fed Reserve Task Force, Ripple improves speed and transparency of global payments. So Federal Reserve clearly has chosen Ripple in 2017. After 2 years of work, the Federal Reserve released its Faster Payment Task Force action plan for bringing faster payments to the USA. Ripple's ability to underpin the next generation of cross-border payments. So Fed Payments Task Force gives Ripple vote of confidence for next-gen global payments. So that is a big deal. Now, framework calls for improved cross-border infrastructure. Also, Ripple stands out for speed and transparency of payments. The task force received 22 proposals, 16 of which competed. The process, including Ripple put forth the interledger-based solution that enables improved messaging and tracking in real-time payments. Standing out is the only proposal focused on solving today's friction with cross-border payments. The McKinsey assessment gave high marks to Ripple. That is a very big deal right there, guys. Now that brings us back to this article right here. So far we got the Fed and we got BIS up until this point. The New York Fed launches a search of head of New York Innovation Center for New York Innovation Center. The New York Federal Reserve Bank of New York today announced that it's launching a search for a director for its New York Innovation Center. The New York Innovation Center will be an office within New York Fed that harnesses expertise and resources from across the Federal Reserve to collaborate globally with private, which Ripple is, and public sector institutions on projects, initiatives, and activities that promote financial sector innovation. So it begins. The principal function of the New York Innovation Center will be to collaborate with the innovational hub of Bank of International Settlements, and wait till I show you who is on the board at the BIS, and also issues related to innovation in the financial sector. So this is a pretty big deal, guys, right here. This whole article is actually amazing. I'm actually going to show you John C. Williams, President and Chief Office of the New York Fed, said, "I am confident that we will leverage our Fed expertise and connections to the U.S. technology and financial ecosystem to deepen the central banking community understanding of innovation and enhance how central banks can work together to serve the greater public." So that is a very big deal right there. Also, guys, I want you to remember the name John C. Williams. And I will link this article in the description. I wasn't going to read the whole thing, but you guys kind of get it. The New York Fed is partnered with BIS. They're focusing on private, fintech partner, public-private partnerships, and innovation. So that is a pretty big deal right there. And if you guys recall, here it is, Showtime for XRP, BIS. EXEC calls for cross-border payment as top priority. Now, this is Bank of International Settlements right here, Mr. C. XRP could be on the brink of mainstream adoption as Bennett Curry, appointed chief of Bank of International Settlements, lists cross-border payment technology solutions as a top urgent priority in the current financial world. The future could be bright for XRP after all. So this is a pretty big deal right here. So we got BIS saying cross-border payments are the major solution we need to focus on. Is BIS calls for cross-border payment as top priority. Now, we also, guys, got the Fed. I just showed you. Federal Reserve Task Force, Ripple improves speed and transparency. Now, here's the article right here also. So it begins. So if you look at the board of directors, here's BIS, Bank of International Settlements. And I'm not sure if I noticed this before, but it has to be new. But Christine Lagarde is now on the board of directors at the Bank of International Settlements. So Madame Lagarde, who is also partners with the Brad Garlinghouse at the IMF, and Ripple was also on the International Monetary Fund high-level advisory board working with Madame Lagarde at that time. Now, at the time when the original BIS So It Begins picture came out with Bearable Guy, you guys recall at the time, and we did this video, Mark Carney, who was the governor at the Bank of England, and also Brad Garlinghouse said was a paid Ripple customer. So Mark Carney was on the board of directors at the time at the BIS, and now also it seems that Jerome Powell is still on the board at the BIS, Jerome H. Powell. And also, if you guys recall, Jerome Powell was on the Faster Payments Task Force also, and Ripple is also on the Faster Payments Task Force. So, guys, pretty clearly sees that even though these regulators moving extremely slow, Bearable Guy did point out the BIS connections. He pointed out the Federal Reserve connections like 2 years ago. And even with this article right here, January 23rd, 2020, BIS exec calls for cross-border payments as top priority. It took them a whole year just to announce that that they're partnering up with the Fed. The BIS and Innovation have signed an MOU with the New York Fed, confirming their strategic partnerships to further develop of fintech initiatives for global financial system. Now, guys, these guys are moving completely slow. It may seem. They only made the announcement today, but clearly they have been working together behind the scenes, I believe. So, and I truly believe, too, that Ripple is the chosen product for this new global financial system that is being built, and also will be backed by the Bank of International Settlements and the Federal Reserve, as I just clearly showed you guys. So let me know what you guys think. BIS runs on Ripple. Fed clearly has chose Ripple. I will link all these articles in the description if you have not seen these articles yet. Show some love, smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will be notified when we release a bullish video. Welcome to the evolution of money, the biggest opportunity of our lifetimes. I'm not a financial advisor.